Alola everyone, I am Alka1993 and welcome to a Foreverlocke finale. We were in playthrough 58, Pokémon Scarlet, our 6th time here in Paldea, and I am on top of the world. Well, it's more like I'm on top of one of the buildings in Medali, but, you know, on top of the world. Speaking of on top of the world, I want to go up there. I know we have to go, like, there, into a gate. I want to go up there. I want to go high. So let's go up high. Right before we start the finale, let's actually do some cool stuff. And we can actually fly, and we can run for most of this playthrough. The best I can do is just this. That's all I could do. But now I can actually do stuff! Whee! Let's get up there, Koraidon. I want to actually be on top of the world and then enter Area 0 the cool way. Oh, hey, item. Climb more. Speaking of items, I should check how many full restores I have. I should be fine on that now. Right? 111. I think 111 full restores is enough. I'll keep some money for post-game. Because I am going to do a bit of post-game. It requires me to get into the Terrarium in Blueberry Academy, so with my post-game team, I will have to get up there and stay up there, Koraidon. Okay, fine. That over there, it's even higher. Let's go that way. I'm gonna use my post-game team to get into the Terrarium. I need to get a metal alloy so I can evolve Duraludon against to an Archaludon. This is a pretty cool spot, huh? Not much you can see down there. Up there's a, over there is a school. Pokemon League is that way. Glaciado Mountain. Medali's down there. Cascarafa. It's one of the team's star bases, the dark one. Where Bombardier is up on that hill. My house is somewhere that way too, a bit more that way. Oh yeah, there's a Magnezone here, I forgot. We beat up the Magnezone. Let's beat up the Magnezone. No. Eh. Let me actually stand so I can fight him. Let me. No. Too far away. Get back here. I want to throw a ball at you. I can't do it from over here. I'm going to slide off. Now. Yes. Fight. That's a sturdy Magnezone. This is totally a safe spot for my Bellibolt to stand. It's not even really standing on anything. Somewhere around this edge, I don't remember exactly where. I think it's a bit more like on that side of the hills. There's a Garchomp, and I have a funny clip of, I think, my Oinkologne in just a regular playthrough. My Oinkologne body slamming the Garchomp, but the Garchomp's floating. Alright, let's go over there, because that's where we need to go. And just not go through the gate. Pretty sure they need us to go through the gate, so we're not even allowed to be here. Or are they going to start the scene now, as if we enter through the gate? Yes, they are. Oh, wait, I still have skip movies on. I should turn that off, because in the finale, we deserve to look at movies. Oh, wait, for this one, I was gonna... For this finale, I was gonna skip this first scene here. This start, I feel like I want to have, but then I might, for the VOD, edit out what comes next in there until we actually enter into Area 0. If I do, Penny and Nimona are here. Let's go to Area 0. Bit overwhelming. You talk way too much. I like Penny. It's the professor, but it's not really the professor. Thought I clicked this one on mute. I guess I did not. Yep, cutscene's off. It can fly? I thought it just ate sandwiches and licked my face. Just to verify, would I, at this point, be able to leave? No. So I can't really skip that scene. Or prepare here before going down and then start the finale. This is probably one of the scenes that would otherwise be skipped. Penny, you gotta hold on better. Unless you're forgetting someone. Jimmy Bob's not there yet. This is totally safe! Welcome to Area 0, where for the first couple of minutes, until we reach Research Station 1, I'm gonna shut up and let the music do its part. Because I love, absolutely love, this music. I forgot that the music starts once the scene ends, so we're almost at the music. This is probably the intro where, for future Scarlet Violet finales, I do the intro of, hey, welcome to the Foreverlocke finale. Unless I really still want to show something outside of Area 0. Yeah. Welcome to the finale of Pokémon Scarlet, playthrough 58. And on the way, I'll introduce you to my team of 6 Pokemon. Hi Shade Destroyer, nice to see you. I'm mostly staying quiet with my commentary until we're at the first research station because I love this music. I hope there was a way down. And just by going a different routes, it make it interesting compared to other finales. There was no way down there, it looked like. So I'll go back to the normal route. Alrighty, I'm back on commentary. Welcome to Research Station 1, where we're gonna fight a Glamora. Which should be pretty easy to defeat considering the fact that our pal Lycanroc here has Drill Run, which really hurts that thing. Also, Annihilate can punch it really hard, and Lycanroc didn't even get to attack this time. I'll take it! Yeah, I love the Area Zero music. It's probably one of my favorite Pokemon music in the series. Really, like, it starts slow, it's very, very mystical, and I feel like it really fits the area and just the lore of Area Zero. You don't know much what's in there. There's dangerous stuff, there's mysterious stuff you will have never seen. Later on, there's the Paradox Pokemon. I think the music is super fitting for the area and for the lore. And the way they introduce it by just starting without music, and then as you walk, like forcing you to walk, take it slow, take in the environment. I think that does really well. Why is there a shiny stone right in front of the door? I can do that. I'm also gonna rest and heal my Pokemon. Just doing one quick voice test. Okay, yeah, that already works. There aren't a lot of captures that I did in this playthrough. I just have my starter, which became Chibimani, my Florigato, that was added. In the post-game that I'll do, I will go to Blueberry Academy to get a Metal Alloy to evolve the Duraludon I have in this game to an Arcaludon. I already have the Duraludon. I caught it in like Sword or Shield playthrough on Route 10, I think it's where you catch it. I already caught Sinistra. It's Sinisty Poltegeist. Poltegeist is the normal, Poltegeist is the original. Yeah, I caught a Poltegeist, evolved it into Sinistra. That was the one Pokemon from the Gen 9 DLC that I was still missing. So I got myself one of those. And then, in post-game, once I have the Master Ball, I will also return to Area Zero to grab myself... a Paradox Pokemon. Because I'm still missing 4 from Scarlet and 3 from Violet. I'll just catch one of the ones that I'm still missing. I believe... Actually, since I also caught one more Pokemon for Sword, does that put me at 999 Pokemon? After I catch everything, or does it get me to 1000? Because that'd be cool to get to 1000 obtained. I think, yeah, because I caught a Stonjourner, and then a Sinistea, like not the Sinistra, not the DLC Pokemon, just a regular Ghost Teacup. I have that. I caught that, so I think I might be at 1001 after this playthrough, which would put me at 1000 right now. I'd have to check again. I'm not sure. Look, it's a Jigglypuff. Did you know, people that don't watch the anime, one of the evil team, they went to Area Zero, they caught a Screamtail. There's like 1 or 2 episodes of this, I think 2 episodes that they spent in Area Zero. It's like the lead party group with 1 other ally and then 2 villains, I think. And then 1 of the 2 villains catches a Screamtail. Completely by accident. But they have it, and it's really cool that they do. That they have it. Alright, Jiggle Ruff. I think I caught one of you already, and I called you Jiggle Ruff. You're a Psychic Fairy Pokemon. I'm gonna use my Ghost type. Alright, time for Ghost type. Meowscarada. Not Meowscarada, Florigato. Protean activate. Shadow. The Hyper Voice doesn't even affect me right now. There is a Screamtail in the final fight in the finale as well. Well, the final one that counts for the Foreverlocke. If I can get set up... I think the plan that I made was if I can get set up with Annihilate, called Rage, before Screamtail is sent out, then I'll just use Annihilate. If I'm not set up yet with any kind of bulk ups, or I had taken a couple of hits and then use Rage Fist, if I don't have any of that set up, then likely I will use Florigato, so Chibi Manning the Florigato against Screamtail, because I can make use of Protean and become a Ghost type. And Screamtail doesn't deal a lot of damage, so even with Annihilate, it's probably safe, but they do have Psychic Fangs, I believe, or Zen Headbutt, something like that, and it will hurt. Well, it can, and they have Play Rough. Play Rough lowering my attack stat wouldn't be a bad thing, because my Annihilate has a Defiant ability, which I believe is its hidden ability that it was able to get because Annihilate was actually caught in playthrough 5 Pokemon Red as a Mankey, was transferred up to Gen 7 through Pokebank Transporter. Because of that, has its hidden ability already. I didn't need an ability patch. And then I just leveled it up, trained it throughout this playthrough. And now we have Annihilate. And I've been really looking forward to the last few times in Paldea. I often see all of my choices, but sometimes I may already have 2 physical attackers, or already have a fighting type, or already have a ghost type. And I don't want to add Annihilate to that. And I'd like to have a decent variety in Pokemon. And at least in the later generations, like especially 8 and 9, I have plenty of choices for Pokemon that I can use before the first gen, before the first level cap. While in Generation 1, the next playthrough, I have just 5 1X Pokemon. Pokemon that are capable of evolving once before the first level cap. That's it. There's also no starters left. So my fully evolved Pokemon can only be added after I beat the first gym with Brock. Speaking of that next playthrough, which will be Pokemon Blue, I'll probably mention this around the credits or so. Maybe not during the credits, because that's copyright sensitive, that song. But the next Pokemon Blue playthrough is likely going to be next week, Wednesday on stream. But keep an eye on my Discord to learn, like, probably late this week what the exact date will be. I'm going to do that entire Pokemon Blue playthrough in one day, all on stream, the entire thing. I'm going to play everything on stream. I'm excited about that. I feel like with the limited cutscenes that are in that game, pretty limited conversations, it's mostly just battles and going places. I think I can definitely do that in one day, so I'm excited to do that. Obviously, there may be a small food break or toilet break, stuff like that. But I want to do a lot all in one day, and I'm really excited to get that done. I'll use probably like the week until then to finish up this playthrough, get the final captures, evolution, teach some Pokemon some moves, change some natures with the mints that I have. Maybe get myself in a bit, do maybe a little bit of the Blueberry DLC until I get to... Actually, I need to finish most of it to be able to fly and get the free ability patches. Maybe get one more ability patch at least so I can use that in a future playthrough for a Pokemon. That'd be cool. But until then, I think... Actually, no, I want to keep using Chibi Manny. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Until we get to that point of that playthrough. Finish up this one. Start up the next one in the sense of... I'm not going to do any major progress, but I'm not... I want to start the playthrough. I want to start the stream, I mean. Once I have a team of 6 together. Although, not really a team of 6. It'll be a team of 2 to start with. Just 2 1x Pokemon. Might be Sandshrew, might be Ekans. I think Koffing's one of the choices. Abra comes right after the gym, so I might not have an Abra. We'll see. Oh, there's a gym there. I'm gonna get my Pokemon started, have the Pokedex, go back to Viridian City. So it's basically the second time I'm in Viridian City that it'll work. And then from there, once those Pokemon are on my team, all the Pokemon are successfully in my party, then the stream will get started. So that the intent for that is next week Wednesday. And for the people on YouTube, that VOD will be up. Both the finale itself will be edited as its own video, so that people will have all the finales available, just as their own thing. But I will also have the full VOD coming as well. This is where we can get Roaring Moon later. We could get Fluttermane. I'm pretty sure I've already caught Fluttermane. Either that or Fluttermane might come soon. Like, might be one of the next of cash. No, Chibi Manny, you're still not allowed to evolve. I just beat up the Chansey because they can give really good XP. The Chansey and Blissey are on the fairy base just with a... Even with just a simple add normal type encounter sandwich. Like a simple ham sandwich. Really useful for training. And if you can manage to make a sandwich that is both encounter more normal types and get more XP from normal types, then that's even better. Hello, I am here. You want a cuddle? Let's do this thing. Chibi Manny, I choose you. An Intimidate going to start with, that is appreciated. I could go Fairy-type Player for a bit more damage in Seed Bomb, however, I could also Terra into Grass to add even more damage to Seed Bomb, have more accuracy, and have the most power I can deal here. Time to shine with the power of our hopes and dreams. Grass Terra Chibi Manny. Interesting. Bulbapedia does not list that thing having Brick Break. That is a mistaken Bulbapedia. And the one that has Brick Break is the one that's outside Zero Lab. No, that's Close Combat. Bulbapedia lists this one to have Giga Impact, Earthquake, Knockoff, Stomping Tantrum. Not a fighting move. But considering Iron Treads has a Steel move and Heavy Slam in the spot where Great Tusk is Giga Impact, maybe Giga Impact is the other one? I don't know. Squirrel! Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Welcome to the stream. Was that another item right before the entrance? There was a shiny stone at Research Station 1. I don't know what this one is. Koraidon is indeed from the future, from the past. There's another one. It's family. It's friends. Definitely want to be reunited. Yep. Especially after we see Research Station 4, that we will absolutely be confirmed that it is a family reunion where everything is fine. There's nothing wrong anywhere. Oh, something I never did. I don't think I ever show you the team overview image. It's here in case you want to see it. Sorry for not showing that earlier. You can pause if you want to see the exact moves and abilities everyone has. But these are the levels before we entered here. Obviously, I've leveled up since. But these are the moves and the items and everything we're going into it with. No deaths this playthrough. That was very nice. So, after having 7 runs with a death in a row, Gen 1 through 7... and having finally a deathless run again last time when we did Pokemon Shield. Hopefully Pokemon Scarlet will be deathless as well. So far, we are there, and there's not that many fights remaining. But we're looking good so far. Final battle is still pretty scary, even if I have some levels on them, but they have the base stats on us. That is why I don't mind in any Scarlet Violet finale to be, let's say, at least level 70, probably well higher than that. Because they are at legendary stats, and especially either Roaring Moon or Iron Valiant. Oh look, it's Research Station number 4. When I first went to Area 0 in my regular playthrough, I walked pretty much everywhere I could. I definitely took my time exploring here. I realized there was probably a few spots that I could explore once Koraidon could be used here, and I expected that that would come at some point after the main story, and it was. Like, around the rock that's over here, you can't really get around it, but while just walking. But Koraidon could just jump or glide over or around it. And then there's some high up areas, such as the area where you get to, Gouging Fire, and in the DLC. That's one that's what you need Koraidon for. And there's some items you can only get to, with Koraidon as well. There's no fight at Research Station number 4. But not too soon after it we will get into a really big fight. Vilas and Dunsparce, Organical, Kabite, Gibble, Screamtail, Spathra, I see Duck Trio, some more Glamora hanging out. Right, between you guys, bye-bye. I'm not gonna go over there. I'm just gonna go to the research station. See ya! Bye, Screamtail. Cool that you're here, but I don't really care about you right this moment. I'm pretty sure I've already caught you. Actually, once you're in Research Station 4, I'll check which ones I don't have yet. And therefore, which one I'm likely to catch in post-game. Not that you'll see that on stream. I'll do that in my own time, but might be fun to know. Because I'm doing them in basically in order of how they're listed in the Pokédex. I think I did Roaring Moon and Iron Valiant first, because they're the fancy and stronger ones. Outside of that, I've done them in order. I think I've done Screamtail and Iron Bundle, the one you see at Research Station 2. And then I think I caught Iron Hands last time in Violet. And I think the not really version, like the Scarlet version of Iron Hands, but it appears just Brood Bonnets. It's one of the ones that you find, that you fight at the lab at the bottom of here. Let's see. Iron Hands was... yeah, Brood Bonnet would be next. Then it's Iron Jugulus, Fluttermane, Iron Moth, Slitherwing, and finally Iron Thorns and Sandy Shocks. So Sandy Shocks is almost certainly going to be the last Gen 9 Pokemon that I catch. And that would be 3 Scarlet playthroughs from now, 6 Paldea playthroughs from now. Because most Paradox Pokemon, all except Iron Treads and Grey Tusk, can only be obtained here. Well, I suppose the legendary beasts and the sword trio, those ones are DLC or mythical redemptions. But outside of the ones that are within the standard Paldea Pokédex, all except Grey Tusk and Iron Treads can only be caught here. Now, Grey Tusk and Iron Treads are just effectively a static encounter in a Shadow Desert. So I just caught those during the first playthrough that I could. But then there's only one Area 0 capture every time, and I've used my Master Ball on it. Although Area 0 and... well, actually, stuff like Screamtail or Iron Hands are Pokemon that are just regularly walking around. They are a regular encounter in here. So I tried to not get any other encounters if those would be legal to catch. So I had to make sure I avoided those in the first 2 playthroughs here in Paldea. Now, the Miraidon and Koraidon that you can actually use in battle is the other Miraidon and Koraidon, not the one you've been riding on. So those ones, I believe, are slightly harder to catch than even Iron Valiant and... what was his name? Roaring Moon? So, I caught the Koraidon and the Miraidon in the Master Ball in those respective playthroughs, and they'd use some timer balls and some safety strats to catch either Roaring Moon and Iron Valiant. But every playthrough in Paldea since then, I've gone to Area 0 every time, I've beaten it every time so far, which I'm very happy about. I've just taken the Master Ball that I get at the end of the game, or I think at the start of post-game. Am I going the wrong way? I think I'm going the wrong way. Pretty sure it's this way. And I've used that Master Ball to go back into Area 0 and catch one of them. So I've got a Fluttermane. I have Iron Bundle. Not Fluttermane. Screamtail, Iron Bundle, Iron Hands. And Brood Bonnet will be the next one. So even though I'm not going to catch it this stream, if anyone has suggestions for a nickname for Brood Bonnet, so the ancient form of Amoongus, please let me know. I have both Fungus and Amoongus in Gen 5, currently not yet used, but... I was gonna say, did that Dunsparce just die? But no, it just dug into the rocks. If you have a suggestion for the nickname, let me know. I have Big Sus and Little Sus in Gen 5. Big Sus Amoongus, Little Sus Fungus. With a bit of a... It's a bit of an Among Us reference, considering the similarities to Amoongus' name. I'd like that Brood Bond to be very different. I think Screamtail I call Jiggle Rough, because it looks like a Jigglypuff that is very rough, so it's Jiggle Rough. For Iron Bundle, I called it Delibird, because it's future Delibird. However, I didn't type it as Delibird. I used like different language versions of letters that looked like certain letters. So instead of the letter E for Delibird, I think it's Epsilon, the Greek letter Epsilon. Which sort of looks like a 3. We are on our way to some big battles, but unfortunately for me, I need a quick toilet break. So I'm going to save here, stay in the menu so that no fights start. I'm going to go on a be right back screen, and I will be back very momentarily to actually do the finale. Don't worry, stream will continue. Alrighty, I am back. Welcome back into Area 0, everyone. Who's ready to battle some ancient Pokemon? Is that panel there twice? Or is that me? Or is that a reflection in the crystal? It sure looked like that panel was there twice. Oh, but by the way, if you open it, there's dangerous stuff that's coming out. Thanks for telling us that beforehand, Professor Sada. You're so to the point of your business. Okay, that is a reflection of some kind is behind it. But it's the front, interestingly. Oh. Is that a... Huh? You see this panel multiple times, right? It's due to the extra wave of glowy stuff behind it? Interesting. Hey, the CD drive is in there. Release all the ancient Pokemon. Who? Friend? Hello. I'm here, brother. Wait, I can go inside. I'm leaving. Goodbye. You're an idiot. Speaking of dangerous Pokemon, shouldn't they be coming out here? Right about now? Let's go, Nimona. Take out this first one. I'm going with Annihilate from the set of battles. Should be able to handle most of them. Their safety bulk up might have been a good start. I don't know how much they're gonna hurt me. But then again, Brood Bonnet is after this, and I'm not too worried about Brood Bonnet. I could just Terra into Drain Punch. We do get XP for these, which is nice. I am Brood Bonnet. There's a Fluttermane right behind me. What? Okay, and then we're just fighting the one Brood Bonnet and the rest will just chase you later? Let's go. Let's punch them really hard. Just not with anger power. You just have to twist your fist and then drain their health. That's kind of how that works. This is how the anime worked, right? In the Gen 4 anime, Gardenia trained James's Cacnea to do Drain Punch and it twisted. If you twist your arm, that's kind of how Drain Punch works. That's a very dead one. And I didn't have to heal. Meaning we are healed in between fights, which is nice. And now comes Fluttermane. And I kind of hope that Fluttermane attacks me. They're probably going to go Shadow Ball, because that's stab super effective on Annihilate, but I'm going to switch. I'm going to switch into the Pokemon that I also intend to use against Fluttermane in the final fight. And I want to see... I don't know how the IV's, EV's nature comparison is between this specific Fluttermane and the one in the final fight. But their moves are... very similar, I believe. Let's see. Power Gem, Mystical Fire, Shadow Ball are the same. So then this one has Sideshow, and the one the other fight is Thunderbolt. None of them have a Fairy move for some reason. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is switch to my Beelzebolts, the Belly Bolt. Because it has some pretty nice HP and special defense, but it's holding the Assault Vest. Which gives them 1.5 times multiplier to special defense, and this thing only hits with special. Okay, that's not the move I expected. I kind of wanted to hit Belly Bolt so I could get an idea of how much damage it'll deal to Belly. So I'm intentionally not going to do a lot. Oh, there you actually go first. Power Gem for 40 only. Okay, the next one will be a bit stronger, and then they would have stabbed Shadow Ball. I don't know why they would do Power Gem now. But that's good to know. I can take the hits really well, so that might be a safe fight. And what I mean with safe fight is I can use one or multiple turns to heal up any other Pokemon I might have that have damage on them. But here's the thing. If Fluttermane comes out late and I'm still fully, like, or mostly set up with bulk ups, with Rage Fist counters, with Annihilate, then I intend to just stick to Annihilate, maybe. But I expect that after, like, they're gonna open Slitherwing. my expectation is that after that they're gonna go to either Fluttermane or Screamtail, because those are the two that have Stab super effective move on Annihilate. Yeah, this is it. Should we get into the final fight? We get to meet our friend, the Professor, who somehow is the final boss. But in our current day and age, it makes a lot of sense that the final evil, sort of, the final boss is artificial intelligence. It is interesting how the AI follows a different path than the original Professor. Because they told us such limited information. It doesn't quite work like that. Could you not have taken us to an even lower level? I want to go see Terapagos. Terapagos is hanging out even further below. The Underdepths. We have reached the lowest level, but not the lowest level. This is just all that I need to know. This is where the final battle takes place. To find out if we get any Hall of Famers. How many Hall of Famers? I think I'm at 311, yeah. 311. So we could go to 317 Hall of Famers. I think 300 something is still... Yeah, I think Generation 3 goes to 386. So once we get back to Generation 3, in terms of the games that we're playing, that is when there might be a chance again to have a Pokemon that's equal National Dex number and Hall of Fame number, Foreverlocke. But the book there, it's super easy. Just one tiny little problem. Just a tiny problem. And, you know, because, like, it sounds easy, but if you read the bottom text and the little letters, if you try to stop the machine, I will most likely attack you. Yep, the program will just be overridden, but at least she realizes that. So they, at least one time, she gives us a warning before it happens. I suppose she technically warned us that the strong Pokemon would come out of the lab if we opened the final, like, the lab's gate itself. But I would have liked to know that before we opened the first research station, just to be more mentally prepared. I have Annihilate at the front. I know what my strategy is, or at least I'm pretty sure I remember. There's one or two Pokemon that I'm kind of scared of. Roaring Moon, mostly. Depends a bit on the order in which you're sending it out and what I can set up. Please wait. Please wait. Access denied. Shutdown command overridden. Reinitializing. It's up to you now, Jimmy Bob. AI Sada switching to sleep mode. Activating offensive protocols. I'll let the music play here. For a little bit before I actually choose my moves in the battle, I'll let the music play. This is such good music. Really great story ending. And the way that was set up with the text and the warnings and the music and the stage. Yes. Love it. Alright, let's lower that sound a bit again and pay attention. I am really happy they're using Lunge for multiple reasons. One, their strongest move here is Zen Headbutt. This deals less damage. Also, Lunge lowers my attack. Oh no, that's bad because I want my attack stat, but Defiant increases my attack. So I'm already at +2 attack stat. And I'm back at full health thanks to leftovers. Keep using Lunge. I just set up my bulk up in case it becomes important for other Pokemon. Still a bit scared of Fluttermane. The Fluttermane is faster than I am. So this setup might not matter at all if Fluttermane comes soon after. Depending on what Pokemon comes next, the safest way is just to bulk up a bunch. I have the power points for it. And Headbutt makes more sense. That is the second time I've gotten hit. So that puts Rage Fist at 150 power, already looking really good with that. I've used Bulk Up 3 times, gotten hit with Lunge once, so that puts me at +4 attack stat. Uh-huh. No, they're not damaging me much. Let's just fully set up the attack stat. Hit me with Lunge. Hit me with Lunge. That's what they can do. I don't like that. I knew I would be safe from that one, so the idea was either I fully set up my attack stat, then heal, or I heal when they crit. And then maybe when they do very minor damage, I just attack from that point. This music is so good. I feel so much better doing this, setting up a bunch of bulk ups at the start of this fight, than using a bunch of X items like I did in the very first Violet playthrough. That felt like cheating, this one doesn't. Very minor damages, don't crit me, yes please. Get some healing from leftovers. I KO the thing, and then leftovers gets me back to full health. I've already been hit plenty of times now. I've missed how many times? Probably like 5 or 6. So Rage Fist has had massive power. Angry Punch! Dead legendary. 5 more to go. Okay, Screamtail or Fluttermane. If it's Fluttermane, I have a decision to make. Screamtail, we stay. And then Fluttermane is almost certainly after this. This is an extremely dead Screamtail. Angry Punch. Okay, but now Fluttermane should come out, based on logic and the opponent usually going for the super effective moves. Yeah. I want to send in my belly bolts, like I did with the Fluttermane just before the lab. But that removes my Rage Fist setup and my entire bulk up. So I'd like to set that up again before getting to Roaring Moon. I really want to set it up. But I can do that, I'm pretty sure, against Brute Bonnet. I'm not too afraid of Brute Bonnet. Actually, I'll check Brute Bonnet's stats just to be safe. But I'm not sure if Brute Bonnet is going to be after the Sandy Shocks. Probably Sandy Shocks, because at least if I have available first Sandy Shocks would be nice. Do I dare take a Shadow Ball from Fluttermane to just have an easy way out? What's Sandy Shocks' stats? Sandy Shocks. Pretty fast. With the level difference, I might be faster than Sandy Shocks. What is my own special defense? Can I take hits? They have 90 special defense, 110 HP. I can take hits. But can I take a stab, super effective Shadow Ball from a Fluttermane if it crits? I am going to go to Beelzebult. I'll reset up my bulk ups against Brute Bonnet. I'm not too afraid of Brute Bonnet. Roaring Moon comes last, which in this case, for safety reasons, really nice. I don't like that it's always last, but I'm going to make use of the fact that I know that. Start with an Acid Spray. I take the Stab Shadow Ball. Less than I expected. This is fine. No lower special defense. Let's go. Now their special defense is lowered by 2 stages, meaning my next special attack will deal double damage. I'm gonna Terra... Actually, no, I'm not gonna Terra Electric, because I might want to just punch something else later. I'm just gonna Thunderbolt, which has a multiplier on it, and then due to Electromorphosis, it doubles in power. This one should really hurt that Fluttermane. That's 3 down. What I'm mostly scared of is probably Sandy Shocks. We're doing Brute Bonnet now. Brute Bonnet does have Earth Power, which is super effective, but it's Stab Earth Power from Sandy Shocks. No, I'll take it. Let's go Rage. I expect to be able to safely set up against this thing. I don't think it'll be able to do major damage. There's no super effective moves. So I'll set up bulk up again. If it keeps trying to sucker punch, this is going to be super easy. It just means I don't have a setup for Rage Fist, because it doesn't actually hit me. I would like it to actually hit me once or twice. Giga Drain is fine. I just don't want to see Earth Power. Because Earthler has a chance to lower my special defense, and if that happens, especially multiple times, that is bad. Some more muscles. I need to punch some things later. If all goes well, this is the last Pokemon I'm using this playthrough. Well, main playthrough, before we get to the Hall of Fame. It's fine, that's 2 hits. I'm gonna keep track of that for Rage Fist. Oh god, we got more people that I need to ban. More of the I'll get free viewers here, la 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 la. I have some more words that I need to block later. And do that after stream. I need to focus on my fight. Also. How many am I at now? 4. Put up. The opponent's relatively strong, but Rage can take hits well, and I ended up with the trading I did before the recent streams, where it was at the final level cap for Eri and Tatsugiri, but then it had no badges. I still had to do all the gyms and stuff on the star bases. I got some extra levels. I fought some Pokemon here in Area 0, a few more than I might normally, and especially with a couple of Chansey helped me get a level or 2. I should be able to get a lot of health back with Drain Punch. But let's heal. This is a safe battle. I can use this to just heal everyone. So Rage deals quite a bit. Rage Fist is going to be easily my most powerful move at this point, even stronger than Drain Punch. No. I'm going to take this moment to also heal Belly Bolt, just in case I want to use it again. But I expect to be fine. I think their power points might be up for Giga Drive. Alright, time to start punching things. Give me my health back. 2 Pokemon left before we have 6 more Hall of Famers. One of them only has physical moves. That's easily their strongest one. As long as they don't get a critical hit, that's a very easy fight. This one has special moves, so they get around my bulk-up defenses. However, I can one-shot them. I'm 15 levels higher. Does that mean I'm faster? Also, for those people that only know the older Pokemon, that's definitely Magneton. Definitely normal Magneton. Nothing wrong with Magneton. I'm angry that you look like Magneton! Angry Punch! Faster than Sandy Shocks, that is really nice. That definitely had a higher base speed. But here comes the big boy. That one has higher base speed. So they get 1 hit. If they get a critical hit off of probably Dragon Claw is their best move, maybe it'll do a lot. I do have the level difference on them, so that might not even KO. But without a crit, we'll certainly get it. I think this Pokemon design is really cool. With different colors as well. Extra attack stat off of Proton Synthesis with booster energy. I'm pretty sure I just need to press one more button. I did nothing. 6 Hall of Famers. Let's go. 7 playthroughs in a row from blue all the way through. Was it moon that we did in Gen 7? No, it was yellow that we did in Gen 1. 7 playthroughs in a row with a death. That really sucked. But now we're back on a streak of deathless runs. No deaths in Pokemon Shield and now Pokemon Scarlet. Without deaths. Our team from the start has made it to the end. Which means Chibi Manny here is in the Hall of Fame as well. And I missed a dang screenshot. Maybe if I quickly click the clip button on my own stream, I can then go back. The specific screenshot that I want to have, which is just the EXP gaining at the end of the fight. Because there's no Hall of Fame screen. So I quickly want to grab this screenshot, and then we'll continue. Okay, I have the screenshot. We're all good there. Cancel the clip. Discard. No, LeChonk, you can't evolve. You just oink. You gotta stay oink. I already have oink alone in the Hall of Fame. Now I have oink. Oh, little cutie piggy. I'm surprised Liv Morgan didn't ask to evolve. My small Liv. We have 6 Hall of Famers, but there's still a battle to do. It's just that we can't actually lose the battle. We are programmed to win it. It's just a really cool story thing. And then we get to listen to an Ed Sheeran song, which is copyright problems. So I'm going to completely turn off the game music when that happens. And talk through a few things that I want to mention about the next playthrough and my plans for the next few playthroughs even. And then I might edit to right at the end of the credits or something. To say goodbye and raid out. Security system failure. Threat to time machine detected. An obstacle is preventing the time machine from performing as intended. Activating Paradise Protection Protocol to remove the offending obstacle. Locking all Pokeballs except those registered to Sada's ID. Program initializing gathering terrestrial energy. I like his eyes in there. He wants to believe that somewhere his mom is still in there. Even if this is an AI. But, yeah, we didn't run. So we get to fight this guy. We gotta fight our pal. Koraidon. Unfortunately, I can't send up my Annihilate because that's not registered to Sada's ID. Luckily, I have a Pokemon that is. Koraidon, I choose you. It takes a moment maybe to figure out when you're playing the normal game. But, like playing your first playthrough, I was excited for this matchup. Let's go! Hey, buddy! We believe in you. Kick his ass. Battle form! Now who wants to fight? What I'm going to try and do here is not win in the intended amount of turns. And then not Terra when they tell you to, just to show you how this fight is programmed, even though some people might not actually see it. Thought I'd let that music play a bit more while I had the chance. So, what I normally would do here is actually use Endure. But turns out you don't need to use Endure. You always survive at 1 HP. There's no need for Endure. They just love you. And at this point, you go first. They have to skip a turn. You have two turns to hit the opponent before you can only do it. You get some boost because people are cheering for you. You're still not dealing a bunch of damage. You get a Terra Blast. Might deal some more damage. Collision Course, usually your course of action doing the most damage. Oh my god, we can't win. So what do you do on this next turn? My Terra Orb is glowing. I can Terra it? But what if you just don't? What if I don't Terrestrialize? Get an Omni Boost. People love cheers. We saw that at the Ghost Gym as well. I can Terra. What if I just don't? I just want a regular Terra Blast. They'll try to attack me, but I stay at 1 HP. Joan, you almost pushed around. Terrestrialize. Do it. Use super effective moves. Do the thing. Get more boosts. I didn't realize you get even more boosts. Let's use Collision Course because the animation's cool. Kaboom! Yay! Still haven't used a super effective move. I wonder if you can win this fight by just continuously using Collision Course without Terrestrializing. I might try that next time. Use Terra Blast! Use it! No? Because supposedly they're holding something like the Heat Rock, which means the sun stays up for 8 turns. And what I want to see is after that has happened, like they force you to Terra. You're actually forced to Terra and finish it. But what I want to test next time is if I would use... Can I continuously attack him and finish him up? Okay, they force into a Terra. I didn't even press a button on that one. I'm just gonna not touch anything. Are they just gonna Terra Blast for me and finish it? Because I think that happens automatically. That's what I read. I've never actually tried this. Yeah. They just do it themselves to finish it up. I want to see for sometime in the future. Might be a little harder with Miraidon, because its other signature move is resisted by Bold Miraidon. But maybe I'll just continuously just Terra Blast or whatever, or do another cool move. I want to see if you can beat them without using Terra before you're forced into the Terrestrialization and then Terra Blast. Here's an important scene, and we're gonna take it slow. She's gonna say something for each individual, and usually only realize once they're at the second one. When I was watching you all in your adventure from down here, I felt a sense of jealousy. I envied your freedom. It shows the group as a whole. The way that you came together, working in league with your fellows, and caring for them. The treasure of Team Star. The way that you sought strength and to better yourself, throwing all you are into your battles. Nemona's way to become a champion-ranked trainer and beyond. The way that you would face down even the greatest enemies to save that which you loved. His dear friend and ally, his Mabosta, finding all the Urban Mystica, fighting the Titan Pokemon along the way. And the way that you never cease to seek, nor to fight for, a treasure all your own. The Foreverlocke is far from done. I'm just at 317 Hall of Famers. Out of 1,080 if you include all the regional firms, which we do in the Foreverlocke. And the thing is, something tells me that as I'm streaming this 2 days from now, when this hits YouTube, it'll have happened already. I'm streaming this on the 25th of February. On the 27th, it is the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. I will be extremely surprised if we don't have an announcement for Generation 10. I don't know how many Pokemon those games will have. If it's released, it's probably released somewhere at the end of the year. Maybe next year, we'll see. But that's going to add a lot of more Pokemon. And considering I've done loops through the generations so far, and Gen 8 and 9 still end up with the most Pokemon. Gen 10, assuming it comes out, it's going to have so many more playthroughs as well. And I'll need to do maybe double of them once I do Foreverlocke them. As long as I remain here, the time machine will not stop, for I am inextricably connected to it. So I've made a decision. I will use the time machine to journey to the world of the ancient past that I have dreamed of. I'm not going only so that the time machine can be stopped. I also cannot deny my desire to see that ancient world for myself. Is this what it feels like to have your heart race with the thrill of adventure? Arvin, I am sorry that I kept the truth from you for so long. I inherited all the thoughts and wishes of the Professor, and so I understand better than any. Your mother truly loved you. No? I suppose you're right. I'm sorry. Arvin, Koraidon, Jimmy Bob. It is a little sad, but I'm afraid this is goodbye. Farewell, my free adventurers. I will never tell you about the secrets that are below at Area Zero. That's in the DLC. Bye-bye! I'm heading to the past! Time machine is effectively useless. Yeah, somewhere deep down I kind of already knew it. I knew that thing was fake, but when it said my name, using her voice and wearing her face, even if it was fake, it felt real, you know? And so sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. guess Koraidon said too. Oh, but the battle form! How cool is that? It's so strong. If it tries to nudge at me for a belly rub while it is huge like this, I seriously think I'm gonna die. You know, let's skip over the big win here. Jimmy Bob and Koraidon just saved all of Paldea. Yeah, Jimmy Bob. Cool name. What should we do now, Jimmy Bob? Well, Penny, Nimona, Arvin, and my dear friend Koraidon. I think I could go for a really good homemade sandwich. Let's head home. Is this where the credits start, or is that after one more scene? We got the scene first. Hi everybody, listen up! Let's take a long road home and get a little more fun out of this adventure. I don't really... Sounds great. If we can load up at snacks first, I'm in. Lost into the windmill is a loser! Dude, go. Play. Run. Have fun. We're doing this. Go. I like this scene a lot. Shows trust and friendship. Let's do this thing. You don't really see it, but Arvin's like swinging his arms like real happy. You see tonight. Alright, I can hear the music now. You can't. Because this is an Ed Sheeran song. And you're not listening to an Ed Sheeran song because copyright trouble even if I put this at 10% volume on YouTube. So, as I mentioned, in the next few days, in my own time, I'm going to do a little bit of post-game still. I want to get a Metal Ally to evolve the Duraludon into an Archaludon. I want to get the Master Ball and catch Brood Bonnet in the Area 0. If you have a nickname suggestion, you can put it in the chat or in the YouTube comments, send me a message on Discord. Like, most of you are in my Discord, so you can send a message in, like, the Pokemon chat, something like that. Next playthrough, we finished the loop through the generations, so we're gonna go back to Gen 1. We're going to Pokemon Blue. It's going to start with just 2 1X Pokemon, so Pokemon capable of still evolving one time. After the first game, we'll be able to complete the rest of the team. It's going to be a real fun one. It's going to be an interesting one. I'm looking forward to going back to Gen 1 always, because there's always something nostalgic about them. I've really found a big appreciation for lots of different things in various generations, and I love that I decided early on in Foreverlocke to do not a bunch of Gen 1 playthroughs in a row, and then a bunch of Gen 7s in a row. Just go through a different generation each time, have different Pokemon, different mechanics, different abilities, opponents to think about. It keeps it entertaining, keeps it more fun, and it makes me appreciative of all the little things that are in the game. The camera work, and that gives 3D effects in a 2D space in Gen 5. So good. I love the Gen 2 sprites. Just the wacky things that are a little bit wrong with Gen 1. I started appreciating the 3D looks of Gen 6 a lot more. And there's so many cool things about all these games. I love Pokemon. It is my favorite series. Pokemon for life is Pokemon for life. That's going to continue. I'm really looking forward to Pokemon Day in 2 days from now. If possible, if it can legally be done, I'm going to live stream my reactions to it. If I can't manage to do that, then I will just offline record my reaction, see if I can edit it into a video that I can then legally post on YouTube shortly afterwards. I expect big things to come out. There's probably going to be some information about games that I already know about that I don't want new info on. Like that it just, I think earlier today or yesterday, they did a Nintendo Treehouse presentation of Pokopia, which very much looks like a Pokemon version of Animal Crossing. I know I'm going to play it. I'm not looking at any other trailers for it. If during Pokemon Day that happens to come out, then I think I'll still watch it. I expect we'll see Gen 10. Any other things? I don't really know. I haven't really thought about it. Maybe some cool anime things that are revealed. The anime is getting towards its closing stages. The final big battle is going to come up relatively soon, I feel like. So, are we going to go on a break from the anime? Or are we going to go straight into Gen 10 anime? Are they going to do an extra arc just to fill in some time like they did after Gen 5 before going to Gen 6? There's a lot that we can think about, and the best we can do is just wait, be patient, get some information on Pokemon Day, discuss, have fun, enjoy this series that has brought me so much joy since so early on. Like, Pokemon started in 1996. I'm just slightly older than Pokemon. I was born in 93 at the end of the year. I believe it started in 96 in Japan. The first games were in the States in 98. I think it's early 99 that they came to Europe, when Gen 2 was already in Japan at that point. And there's Gen 6, that started with Generation 6 with Pokemon X and Y, where all the releases were at the same point. You know what, we can put the music back on because that Sheeran song is over. I'm really looking forward to keeping playing Pokemon game. There's so many more years of the Foreverlocke to come. Real fun challenge. It forced me to use Pokemon to use strategies that I almost never use, or have never used. There's many Pokemon or strategies that I'm really looking forward to, like the Espathra with Speed Boost, Calm Mind, Store Power in the future in Gen 9. It's like one or two more Pokemon, stuff like Fissure and like Sheercold or whatever. Not Sheercold, but like Horndrill, Guillotine in Gen 1 that I could with X Speed in Gen 1 and the X Accuracy in Gen 1 and 2. Make that work. Let's take a screenshot of this one. I have that for the end of every Paldea playthrough. We made it! 6 new Hall of Famers. We're gonna get a call? Alright, this is where we get the Master Ball, don't we? I think for now this is where I'll end it. I'll continue in my own time. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. We got 6 new Hall of Famers. I'll see you next week, Wednesday. Probably Wednesday. Keep an eye on my Discord for potential changes. But likely next week, Wednesday, for a full day stream of the entire Foreverlocke playthrough of Playthrough 59 Pokemon Blue. I'm super excited for it. Looking for it. I'm going to see you next time. Make sure to always remember that you are worth it. Thunderwave!